Well, I thought I might just make a quick video of my newest acquisition, or I suppose the subject of my next series that I'm going to be doing on YouTube. So basically this is a 1950-51 British Seagull Model 102 that I just picked up today. This is exactly how I've got it. And I've left all the dirt and everything on it. Now this fuel tank isn't original to this motor. I do believe that it is a Seagull fuel tank, but I'm not entirely sure. It's the early style with the bayonet fuel cap. Now she does turn over. She does have some semblance of compression. Got the original Dover tiller grip, which is nice. The non-original throttle control. Non-original spark plug boot. And then down to the gearbox. As I said, I haven't cleaned. I've just sprayed a little bit of WD-40 down the bore after I'd figured out that it was actually turning, because it was locked up when I first got it. Got a C87H AC spark plug in it. It's got the correct AMAL twin jet carburetor, except the incorrect shroud with some mouse droppings in it. It's it's a nice touch. It's the only Seagull I've got so far where it's got the original transom clamps with pads that aren't missing or broken. I mean, the only thing is this is just slightly bent, but I might try and straighten that. AD13945 is the serial number. So I'm in two minds whether I should just use this for parts, or see if I can get it going, maybe do a complete restoration on this. But this is the second AD I have. There's the other one which I uploaded a video, which is hidden away right in the back of my workshop, just there. And then there's a couple of other Seagulls and outboards around. I need to clean the workshop out at some point in time. But no cracks on the engine block, which is quite nice. Yeah, so it seems to be a decent project. And also this tank is steel, so it's got a bit of surface rust. But the inside, I don't know if you can see in there, it's not too bad. Got the original chain and retainer on the bayonet fuel cap. So I suppose the first thing to do will probably be to get this top plate off the flywheel, clean the points, and then we can see if we've got spark, and then clean the carby and see if we might be able to get her running. But anyway, so I think in this series I'll probably cover the ignition first thing, the carby second thing, and then the gearbox last, and then with the run cleaning obviously in between, just so we can get this looking slightly more presentable for the first run video. Also, these tank straps aren't original. They've got these little random screw things. I don't know if you can really see in this light, but they're not original. They've just got this square washer like a gutter bolt on it, instead of the correct cylindrical and half cylindrical parts that it should have, like on my other 102 here. It should be like that. Anyway, no matter, I suppose we'll just see what we can do. So first things first, try and get that flywheel nut off, and I'll turn you back on after I've done that. Right, so I've just taken off the flywheel nut and the rope pulley, which I've got on my table here, and then we'll just take off this cover above the flywheel. Now on all Seagulls, either they've got a black plastic cover or this metal one. So we'll just rest that in here. Okay, so in here we've got the electrics, you've got the points under this box with the bakelite cap here. You've got a Villiers coiling here. And then the condensers are also in here somewhere. Okay, so first step to getting to the points is just you need to lever off that clip with a little screwdriver. Try to be gentle so you don't end up breaking anything, but it's probably a bit easier if it comes off towards me like that. So you can see how that's just moving off like that. You can see how many times other people have tried to clean these points by all the scratches in this cover. Anyway, what I might do, I might just turn you off and quickly take that out. It's probably going to be a bit easier with both hands, and then get back to you after that. Right, so I've just managed to get the brass cover off the points, and you can see the points in there, just above that flathead screw. You can see the breaker arm. Now the cam on this motor is built onto the flywheel, so you can only really set the points with the flywheel on. I might just get some emery paper and just make sure that the contact points are clean and just reset them. I believe they're supposed to be around 0.015. So I'll just have a go at that and get back to you when I've got my feeler gauges out. Right, so to adjust the points after I've cleaned them, there's the that little flathead screw. Now when you loosen that, I'll just put the torch down for a second and try and stand out of the light. So when you loosen that right there, you can adjust how far the points open and close. Just those right there. What I'm pushing on is the breaker arm, which when that hits the cam, then that opens. Now the points are already set pretty good at 0.15, and you just use a feeler gauge like I've got right here. Just get the correct arm and then just slip that in between the contact points and then set it, and then you should be ready to go. So anyway, I'll just put the rope plate back on and then turn her over, see if we've got spark. Right, so I've just put the rope sheave and flywheel nut back on just for the purpose of testing. I've got my correct length British Seagull rope pull on it, and I've just got my spark plug that I know that works grounded out onto the tiller friction adjustment into the boot. Now then, hopefully this will work. See if you can see if we've got spark or not. Oh, well, there was definitely a little bit of a spark there, which was quite nice considering I wasn't even really turning it that fast. But I'll just wrap the rope around again, see if I can get it to turn any faster. Just see if we can get a bigger spark. Okay, now let's just see if I can rest my hand here. Oops, daisy. And then see if you can see the spark from there. Again, there was a nice, beautiful, bright blue spark. I think this thing's got one of the better spark, or one of the better coils I've ever had on one of my Seagulls before. So that's very good. I'm quite happy with that. I think just before I make the end of the video, I might just stick my compression tester in it, see how much compression we've got, and then that'll just be it for the first part in figuring out how to get an old Seagull outboard running again. Right, so I've installed my compression tester. As you can see right now, the PSI is at 0. We're aiming to get somewhere around 50, but these old 102s, they have a habit of running on ridiculously low compression with absolutely no problem. Okay, I'll just and we've got WD-40 in the bore, so it will be a wet compression test, not dry. Sometimes having the engine dry means that when you take a compression test, it has lower compression, and then when you squirt some WD-40 or some lubricant down the bore, it's got slightly higher. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Just probably, I think about 3 pulls should do the trick just fine. That's one. Now you can hear that it's got the good thunk, thunk, thunk that all Seagulls should have. That's basically telling you that it's got, that it will basically run. I think would be a good way of putting it. It's got quite a bit of up and down play. As you can hear, that isn't something that you have to be extremely worried about, especially with Seagulls, but that's probably the clicking that you can hear as I pull it over. I'll see if I can remedy that before we try and get it running. Right, so that's 3 pulls. Now let's have a look at the compression gauge. So, as you can see, oops, come on, focus. Yeah, so you can, a bit below 50, so not very high compression, but for a 102 I've seen them run on about 20 or 30, so that should do the trick just fine anyway. So I think that'll be just about it for the first video in a series of getting an old Seagull outboard to run again, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Okay, thanks very much for watching guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.